Hi, my name is Angela Folsom. This is my CAP1 presentation, ATP Pathways for KIN 516. First, we're going to discuss the breakdown of a molecule of fat to ATP. So one molecule of palmitic acid will go through the beta oxidation process, yielding 33 ATP. From there, because it has more carbon acyl units than glucose, it'll go through the Krebs cycle more than the breakdown of glucose will, yielding 96 ATP for a total net of 129 ATP formed from one molecule of palmitic acid. Glucose molecule broken down to ATP. This process requires enzymes for glycolysis, and enzymes will increase the rate of a reaction. So the glucose molecule will break down faster, but it does go through less citric acid or Krebs cycles than the fat does, producing only 32 ATP. It is less energy produced each time, but it is a faster rate where it is requiring enzymes. For exercise intensity and duration, this changes what energy source is used. When you increase exercise intensity, fat oxidation decreases. This is a limiting factor, whereas the process is much slower for the breakdown of fat than it is for glucose. Excuse me. Creatine is also a limiting factor for the fat oxidation. In order for the breakdown of fat to go into the mitochondria, it requires creatine. If creatine is not present, then that transfer of energy is less. Energy generated by fat, like I said, is much slower than the glucose. Therefore, it's not the primary source for energy for the body when doing exercise. Moderate to high exercise intensity utilizes the breakdown of glucose for the primary source. Once the glucose stores are used up, it will then use the fat storage, and that will help with allowing the longer duration. It also helps with recovery. Stored fat is the most plentiful source in the body, anywhere from 30 to 80%, depending upon the body, the person's nutrition, their physical activity, endurance, the time frame that they or intensity and duration, because of this, the body is limited as to being able to use fat. So it'll use up all of the energy formed from the breakdown of glucose first. For glycolysis, where it's a faster rate, it does yield less ATP, but it does occur faster than the breakdown of fatty acids. Due to that fact, that's very limiting for the body. So first it'll use the glucose, which is more readily available. From there, it will go through, and once those stores are depleted, it'll start using the breakdown of fat, which slowly occurs, but does yield a higher amount of energy. Both pathways are required for the body to do what is expected of it for exercise, for low to moderate, up to high intensity, as well as duration. Thank you.